Hey everybody, well, it has been a long time. What's today? I don't know what today is. I know it's Saturday. Could it be the 26th? Hang on. I'm hopeless with my days. Yes, I was right. It's the 26th of February. 2022. Welcome to 2022. First of all, I want to, what was that? Something under there. I want to explain what happened with my advent calendars. I don't know if you remember back then what was happening. I was feeling really tired. Every day I seemed to get tighter and tighter. And when it comes to doing, it got to the stage where I wanted to do them, but because I was so tired that I was forcing myself to actually do the videos. And it came to the stage where I was just too tired to actually do it. Getting to sleep at night was shocking because I was so tired. I don't know what was going on. So I remember the 17th of December was my last one. And after that, I couldn't do any more. I was just feeling so tired. And all of a sudden something, I don't know when, a day, 2, 3 after that, I remembered I started taking some Centrum multivitamins for women for over 55 or over 50 something. Then I looked at the side effects of these, and one of them was, tiredness. I thought this is what was happening. I was taking these tablets and they were making me tired. So once I stopped, I was okay. And I was all right. Yes. So that's, once I finished that, it was all right. But it got to the stage where I had missed so many days of the advent calendar that I decided not to do it. I wasn't quite sure. I know I wanted to do the video explaining what happened, and I also want to go on to something else. Christmas. I know Christmas is 2 months. 2 months. Yeah, 2 months back. I actually seen on Facebook where this lady in Bellingham, which is half an hour away from Coffs. Half an hour, yeah. She was a chef and she was actually going to do roast dinners, and because it was Christmas, she's going to do free delivery. Oh, I thought, this is great. So I ordered, what did I order? I ordered the roast pork. That's what I ordered. I ordered the roast pork, had veggies and pork and that. And because I was commenting on her post saying it looks marvellous, I can't wait to get it, she actually threw in a bit of Christmas pudding. Plus, when I received it, I actually got a gingerbread man plus more veggies. So they were delivered on Christmas Eve. So I had the main, that as soon as they arrived, gone, that's it. I opened them up. I had my Christmas dinner then. But then because I had extra veggies, I had them the next day, but the Christmas pudding was amazing. I haven't had Christmas pudding before that in a long time, and I was a bit worried about how it was going to be made. You know, people do crazy things with puddings and cakes, but this was absolutely beautiful, and it was a big chunk. So Christmas was really good because of that. First, I should introduce this beautiful little girl. This is Lottie. She is the Agnes kit by, I was going to say Bonnie Seaman. I don't know who does the kit. I can't remember who created the kit. If you don't know, Agnes is my second name, and when I seen this kit, I thought, I've also got the Cecilia kit, and you know that is my first name. And now I've got to find an Agnes, and I searched for it and I found one. Now I've got to find out where I've got to go on my tablet because I'm recording on here. You're probably noticing the back here is different. I'll explain that in a minute. Was it Agnes Reborn kit? A-G-N-E-S. Agnes was one of my grandmother's auntie. It's amazing how when you see different artists, that's the same kit, yeah. By Julia Homer, I think it is. And yeah, Julia Homer, H-O-M-A. I think it's one of her first. This was her first kit she ever created. Let me see. She's 18 inches. I don't know. Yeah, so little Lottie here was reborn by my now favourite artist, reborn artist, Margaret Marsh. I've got about, I've got this one, I've got Aggie. What did I call Cecilia? I think I called her Aggie. I can't remember. And I've got Ruby's twin, which is, I have been so out of it, which I'm coming to explain now why at the moment I'm in disarray. Remember way back I had a move, and I was so distraught that I could not find a place. And I rang up, was talking to real estate. She said, have you thought of moving to Grafton? I thought, I didn't want to really move to Grafton. I didn't want to go there because it gets really hot in summer, and I don't like the heat because I love Coffs, you know. And thinking of having to leave Coffs, it really hit me. It really hit me so hard that my sleep was really out of whack. I tell you, I couldn't sleep. But I went onto a website and I found a place in Grafton. I looked at it. The only picture they had was of the kitchen. I said it's similar to the other ones in the complex. So I love the kitchen. So I put an application in, and I think I only had 24 hours notice for when they were going to do the viewing of the unit. I thought, oh my God. So I put in to I was going to hire a car. There was no car available. I went onto Facebook to see if anybody who knows I've got a car I can have a lend off just to drive to Grafton. I couldn't get a car anywhere. I rang the real estate to no, because they knew when I told them that the viewing was the next day, they were trying to find somewhere to actually get a car. And one of the girls at the real estate said, how about you say, can you accept it without actually viewing it? And I said, okay, I'll do that. So I rang them up and I said, I cannot get up there to view it. I said, I've tried everything, but I can't get there to view it. Can I actually accept it without actually having viewing it? And also when I was speaking to the real estate lady, they said they will ring. They were going to ring. They actually rang before that to speak to one of the girls about me, and because they knew I had to get out. So that was it. What day was it? I couldn't get up, so I had to wait to see if how it went, how my application went. And they didn't actually tell me that I got it. I had to wait, and it was the waiting to find out if I had got that unit was amazing. It was it was just because I knew I had to get out because my landlord needed to move in. And what happened next? I don't know how long it was now. Yeah, let me see. I think it was the Friday. I think it was that afternoon. They were saying when can you come and sign the lease. They didn't say that I would accept it, that I actually got the unit. They said, when can you come and sign the lease? They said, sign the lease on the Friday. I said, could you make it the Wednesday? We'll get back to you. They couldn't do the Wednesday, it had to be the Friday. Finally, I rang and said, Celly, you have been accepted. The unit was mine. And even though I was moving, I actually thought my anxiety would kick in. But even thinking of leaving Coffs, this unit is, because that's where I am now. I'm in my unit now. I moved in here on the 22nd of January. So I've been here a bit over a month. I'm in the spare room. I have got it's 2 bedrooms. And I've got a separate kitchen area, dining area is one place. I've got a nice, beautiful lounge room. One day I'll actually do a tour of it because as I'm in the spare room, this is going to be the baby's room. When I was thinking about it, I'm sorry now that I sold my cot because when I sold it, I didn't know where I was going to find a place, if I'd have enough room for a place. And I've got a cot. I've got room for a cot. My babies are unpacked and just put on the changing table. So I actually haven't, this room is just clutter. And I've got a window, there's a window here because as I said, this is a spare room. My room's over there. Yeah, over there. And it's as long as the whole unit. As I said, it's got a window here, and outside here there's a space there I could put a kitchen table. But I don't use a kitchen table because now I've got a separate lounge room. What's you sitting out there and I can't watch TV? But this has got, I'll see if I can pull it, I'll put her down. This has got some stained glass. Oh, where are we? I'll show you when I do as I said, I'm settled, I'm loving Grafton. It is, Archie's out there chatting away to himself. I love the feel of Grafton. It wasn't until a couple of days after I moved, I think it was a couple of days, I realised I had got relatives in Grafton. They are about 10 minutes down the road that way in the cemetery. I thought, great. And when I put it on Facebook, I joined a Grafton group, I put up on there that I have got relatives here and they're just 10 minutes down the road in the cemetery. And I said, I hope it's not the Villa Street Cemetery. I said, yes, it is. She said, well, it's a disgrace. The council do not mow the lawns. And so I said, oh, yes, it's been around, it's all mowed. So one day, I'd been shopping. I thought, I was come home and had lunch. I thought, I'm going for a walk down the cemetery to look for my relatives. So I had my hat, I took my water, my trusty water, and I went for a walk. It's about a 10-minute walk from my place. I'm doing a lot of walking here. 10-minute walk. I got there and there's a nice place there on the cupboard where you can sit down and rest. So I sat there for a minute and just to get me breath and have a rest. And then I went off, I walked up, there's this big tree, and under this tree there's a little white fence, which means there's a grave there. If the little white fence wasn't there, you wouldn't know it was a grave. That's how, there's no headstone, there's nothing. So I went walking. I eventually found them, because I did the internet, found a cemetery search. I found out where in the West they were, and I found them. But of course, there's a lot of grass and weeds growing up. So once it gets a bit cooler, I'm going to go up there with my trusty snippers or something, and I'm going to cut the grass around and clear around it. Whippersnipper would be good, but I don't have one. What else is that? Yeah, I love grafting. As I said, my anxiety didn't set in at all. No way whatsoever. And because it was all sorted out, I was going to sign the lease on the Friday, moving on the Saturday, go back to Coffs on the Sunday to actually clean the place up, come back up here on the Sunday. Monday I was going to go down because I had to take the car, but I hired a car for over the weekend, take the car back. Of course, there's no office in Grafton to put the car, so I had to take the car back. I was going to hand the keys in and catch the train, just a bit right, catch the train from Coffs to Grafton. And no worries. But I do remember when I was leaving here to actually go down, I was a teensy bit anxious because catching the train and everything, you know. So I took Garfield. Garfield's sitting out in the lounge. He's out there. And I caught the train. When I was sitting outside the train station, I took a couple of photos of some. I was just sitting there, I took some photos. Actually, when I picked the car up on the Thursday afternoon, I blamed the guy that I'm moving to Grafton, and I've actually got to. I asked him, why haven't you got a office in Grafton? He said it wasn't getting used. I said, okay. I said, that means I've just got to catch a train back. He said, what time's the train? I said, just before 4 o'clock. He said, drop the car off to the airport at 3 o'clock and someone will drive you to the train station. I said, really? He said, oh, no, that was really good. And I had Garfield. There's something missing. And I caught the train back. That was my plan. The only thing I remember when I was driving up Friday, because I had to sign the lease and that at Friday at 1:30. And on the way up to Grafton, I got a phone call. Phone was ringing, so I pulled over. It was the real estate. She said, Celie, where are you? I said, I'm on the way to Grafton, signed the lease and everything, okay. She said, we've got a bit of a dilemma. I said, okay. She said, what are you planning? I said, well, I'm moving Saturday. I'm actually back cleaning on Sunday. Carpets were getting cleaned on Monday. She said, no, they're not. I said, what? It's not happening. She said, they stuffed up because they had told my old landlord, Jake, that I would be out by Friday. And he had planned that he was moving in Friday. So this is all a scuffle about everything. She said, don't worry about cleaning. Just don't worry about it, because Jake was going to move in. When I moved out Saturday morning, he was moving in Saturday afternoon. So there was no time for cleaning. I said, okay. Which meant, I said, so I don't need to actually have the carpets cleaned? She said, no. I said, good, I'll cancel that. Save me $100. So the removers I got were not the ones I wanted. And because there was the one I wanted, they moved me before from Harbour Drive to Phillip Street. They were excellent. They were good price and everything. But this one was, they were expensive, but I didn't want to go looking for anyone else. I had the money. I thought, what the hell? So I got them. They were great removalists and everything. And they moved me out. When they were loading up the truck, the lady from the real estate turned up. I did not expect her, but I'm so glad she did, because she got in and helped clean, because she's younger, got help clean, because I said I didn't clean him last week because I knew I was moving sometime. I was going to do it when I moved out. So she got in, she started cleaning, helping out, everything, and it was good. And I remember it was all cleaned up. I was ready to go because it was an hour or so after the truck had left. I couldn't find my handbag. Where was my handbag? I said, I bet you they took it by accident. So I rang them up. I said, did you pick up a black handbag? I don't know. They weren't quite there. And I thought, could you check? I said, the keys are in a bag for the unit. He said, I won't go in your bag. He said, I won't go. I said, that's okay, because there's a zip on the side of the bag where the keys were for my new place. He said, okay. So that was it. Then he ran back and said, it's here. So it was good, really, because they actually had everything unloaded before I got there. So I didn't have to own it. Yes, I did, because I actually packed the car up as well. But before I left down in Coffs, my old landlord, Jake, he turned up with his girlfriend, and I think it was her parents, I think they were, and got in clean. The place was clean. The real estate lady went round and got her vacuum cleaned, because I had a real shitty one. Wasn't really good, because, you know, so she went and got it, and by the time I left, it was clean. She left, and I had to go back Sunday to pick up more stuff, to put bits and pieces to put in the car, and that's when I handed the keys over to to Jake's girlfriend. She was there, and when I went in my old place, I thought, the first thing I noticed, they took the decorations off my screen door I had, so no more decorations. The first thing I noticed is the stuff they had. They moved from a 2-bedroom unit into a 1-bedroom unit. And I moved out from a 1-bedroom unit into a 2-bedroom unit. I got 2 bedrooms. At this stage, don't know what I'm going to do. Have I unpacked my babies? There are some I haven't unpacked. I've got to organise that somehow. Maybe I can put them in the pram. Remember when I was packing up their clothes, I thought, oh my God, I didn't realise how much clothes I had. But I've got a wardrobe in here. There'll be room for them. It is really nice. I am so loving Grafton. I'm about I walk to the shops. It's a 20-minute walk. I actually thought that my feet would play up. Hang on a minute. I know it's a bit over. Oh, ta-da! This is Leo. I'm not quite sure. He was I think it's Leo. Yeah, Leo. Yeah, he was my first boy. I was only going to have girls in my collection. When I started my channel, I was Celys Reborn Girls. I was just going to have girls. Then when I got this little fella, I thought, what am I going to name it now? And someone suggested, how about CelysRebornBabies? So that's how I became CelysRebornBabies. I'm not quite sure of his, what his kit name is, but there was something about him that I liked. I don't know what it was. Maybe the look on his face. I don't know what it was. I just realised, oh no, he's got me. That I liked him. He's not a perfect baby. He's colouring that. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of doll we have. You know, if you've got an Ashton Drake, if you've got something, I'll move the camera down. If you've got an Ashton Drake, a Bradford doll, or whatever, that's okay. They're dolls. That's it. I did have an Ashton Drake, but as I said way back, I said I've got some up for sale, and I sold her. There was one kit I sold. I had him up on Gumtree, and this lady offered me $100. I said, no, I will not take $100. Well, she said, you won't sell it for what you got on it. But she had the last laugh. I had the last laugh because I actually sold it. I did sell it for a bit more than what I paid because I was including postage, and when I got him, I only had one set. I'm going off the record here, which like I always do. As I said, once I get organised in here, I will actually do a tour of my house. I think I was talking about walking, but my feet. I don't know if I mentioned this, but my feet structure, the bones and that, is not the normal shape of normal feet, but they're normal for me. And I have got calcification on top of each feet, and a lot of walking can make my feet really sore. Well, that's what I thought in the past. I know when I was moving on the Friday when I came up to sign the lease, I actually brought some stuff with me, and when I walked into it, oh my God, I mean, it's so huge. This place is amazing. I won't tell you anything about it. I just tell you how huge it is. It's amazing. There is something in here that I love. It's going to be, I don't know when I'm going to do a tour. I've got to get in and actually do stuff. Because lately I've been doing a bit of binge watching on Channel 10 online, watching Prisoner. Prisoner is an Aussie show series back in the late 70s, early 80s. It's about women's prison, and it is good. I know it's an old show, but I am so enjoying it. I know in the UK they changed the name of it. I have no idea why they changed it. They didn't change the name of Neighbours. They didn't change the name of Home and Away. Why change the name of Prisoner? There's also another Aussie series that come out. I'm not sure what it come out. It was called Wentworth. It's like an updated version of Prisoner. And Wentworth was excellent series. And Prisoner, even though it's back in the late 70s, early 80s, there's one character, Lizzie. I can still get a laugh out of her. She's this old lady. She was put in jail. I'm getting out of whack here. As I said, she was put in jail for murdering. She was a cook on a sheep station, and she was found guilty of killing these guys, poisoning them. But 20 years later, you found out that she didn't do it at all. So she was in jail for 20 years for nothing. She did put a bit of poisoning in the stew, but ain't enough to make them sick. But what come around is someone else seen her doing that, so they actually put more in, so they blamed her. So going back to my feet, as I said, they're a different shape. I've got calcification on top of both of them, and because in my younger years I used to work on cement, and that's what built it up. It's okay. Build up the calcification on top of my feet. Back then, I could have got special shoes for my feet, which would have cost about $800. I thought, no. He said, just wear what's comfortable. So I do. I bought a pair of thong type shoes from Athlete's Foot, and they're comfortable. It's what I wear. The Friday when I was unloading stuff, I've got stairs. I know I didn't want a place with stairs, but these stairs are different. The lady said, you know the stairs? I said, that's okay. It's only about 5 or 6, whatever it was. and it's on the flat. It's no hilling. I'm on the flat ground, really good. But that night, oh my goodness, it was, my feet were sore, my knees were sore, up and down the stairs. It was sore. But it was so glad Monday afternoon when I got here and I could sit down and relax. So I sit here sometimes, as I said, I'm in the spare room. I'm not quite sure where, I was watching a video, I said, no, I've got to do this video. I want to explain to you. You're probably wondering, I know, I do have another YouTube channel. Not actually, I only got a couple of videos on there. But it's one I usually go into when I'm watching other things on YouTube, because I didn't want to actually go into there. It's just what's going on. You want to see something? So where are we going to put you, Leo? Chuck you up? No, we won't. Sit there. Look. See a bruise? I don't know how I did that. Went to bed, what's today? So went to bed Thursday night, it wasn't there. Woke up Friday morning and there it was. They've also got one here. That one's sore. Also got one on the side of my thighs. Look at there. And there. See, bruise. I don't know. Must something in a sleep or something. Maybe did that. I don't know. But as I said about my feet, as I said, it's about a 20-minute walk into the shops. And I can remember walking there the first time, going up the, not the escalator, the travelator thing, and being in a different shopping centre. But the one thing, and it's a long shopping centre. Like one day I wanted to go to the Big W. I wanted to go to the Big W for something. Toilet paper. I get my loo paper from Big W. Then I wanted to go to Coles, which is at the other end of the shopping centre. And I thought, I don't like Coles here. I'm a Woolies girl. I like my Woolies. I remember when I did the shop at, I think it was on the Sunday, I was here. I had the car, so I did a big shop. They had beetroot and that. I should have got loo paper that day. I don't know. And I remember I think I got about 6 cans of beetroot, just the little ones. I don't like the big cans, I only like the little ones. And I was putting them through, and then something happened to the register. The till. I thought, what's going on here? The guy came, look, these haven't scanned. I said, what? He said, these haven't scanned. And here I thought they were scanning. I thought, it's a different cash register to what I'm used to. It wasn't making a noise. I thought, something's wrong here. You know, I just thought it was scanning. If something hadn't gone wrong, I could have walked out with those and not knowing. So he said, I thought, what? Then the next time I was in there, someone actually had turned the thing off. I could hear it when it was scanning. So I found out that I actually don't like Coles. Woolies, self-serve, there's only about 5. Where Woolies in Coffs Harbour, they've got a lot more. And I love self-serve because I do it faster than the checkout chicks. And I get through, I pack it because I pack better than the checkout chicks. I pack them the way I want them packed. But the one thing that gets me, like I was there yesterday, get some things. And there was this one lady at the self-serve and she was going very slow there. Well, and I think she would have been younger than me. What am I? I'm 64 and she was, I don't know, just I just said, if you're going to do it slow, you should go to a normal checkout. And then this lady, something happened when she was weighing something and it just took so long. I like to get in and get out. No, that wasn't yesterday, that was Thursday. And because, I know one day I went to a different Coles because I was after Lamingtons, and I thought where I was going, I thought there was like a cake shop or something. Got in there, there was no cake shop, so okay, I'll do my shopping. I went in, they had nothing, they had no paper towels, they had no drink I have, they had nothing. So I said, this. So what I had, I put back on the shelf, and I walked and I found a cake shop called Hank's Kitchen. So great, found Hank's and went over to him, and they actually had some French pastries. Oh, French pastries! French pastries are, they're like a heart kind of shape pastry, and they're just pastry, and they're beautiful. So I was going to go to get one Lamington. So no, I said, no, get 6. So I got 6 lemons and a French pastry, and they actually had them advertised as horseshoe. And she did, someone else calls them camel feet. I said that French pastries, I told them about Austral Cafe in Mooloolaba. Austral Cafe in Mooloolaba is over 100 years old. That cafe has been in Mooloolaba for over 100 years. And whenever I go up north, I go to Mooloolaba, I always visit the Austral Cafe, especially get some cardboard cake. Love cardboard cake. Oh, love cardboard cake. I haven't had a potato pie since I've been here, but when I was at, when was I at them? Was it last week? I think this is shop week. I think. I forget where we are. So when's, I'm trying to get pay week. I can't tell on here. Pay week, where am I? Figure out. I don't know. No, pay week is this week. Every week, yes, because I've only got 2 Lamingtons left. Every pay week, I nick the Hank's Kitchen and I get 6 Lamingtons and I get a French pastry. And when I come home, I freeze the Lamingtons, and so that they last me for the 2 weeks. 6 Lamingtons, because I have one every other day, and French pastry I eat that day. So I think, what am I going to do? Yeah. I haven't, now notice how it was that they had potato pies. And I'm just thinking, will I get a potato pie, which means I'm going to have to eat it there. I can't take it home because I actually catch a cab home, because I don't think they will like me pushing their trolleys home. And especially most of the time I have cold stuff, and 20 minutes is a long walk. And we have an Aldi here. Now what did I heard, I'm watching a channel where they do dumpster diving, and they don't call it Aldi. I forget what they called it, how they pronounced it, but they pronounced it somehow other way. It's not, I can't remember how they pronounced it. It's amazing how, I know I was watching another show, was it Fixer Upper with Joanna and her husband, and they were going on about these things. I thought, what are they talking about? They're saying pecans. I thought, what are pecans? What are pecans? Didn't realise they were pecans. Pecan nuts. P-E-A-C-A-N. So it's pronounced pecan, not pecan. If it was pecan, it was P-A-C-A-N. And I also noticed on something how, what were they pronouncing? Emu. They call it emu. Was it emu? I think I was watching something Goldie Hawn. She was pronouncing it emu. It's not emu. Emu. It's emu. It's like emu. Like they'll pronounce it emu, E-M-O-O. Well, it's spelled E-M-U. It's E-mew, mew. It's crazy how, because it's an Aussie animal, and if you can't pronounce a word properly, please don't say it. I know it's the way you say it. I know it's the same with schedule. They pronounce it. Some place pronounce it. It's the same with castle. Some say castle. I think it's where you've grown up. I'll actually tell you more about the house, my unit, when I do a tour of the unit. Once I get it all set up properly, so I've got to organise what I'm doing with my babies. But at the moment, I'm just going, I do have money because I got my bond money. Even though I didn't have, because when you leave a unit, you leave a place, they do a last inspection. I didn't get that done because the landlord moved in that afternoon. So I've got that money, but I don't want to actually really dig into that. I got an advance from Centrelink, which they actually paid for the hire of the car. Plus, I'm actually doing surveys online. I found a place you can do surveys, you play games, and you get points. And I had got up to, I knew I was moving, so I got in there, I was getting these surveys done, and it's not a place to get rich, but it earns you a few extra bob to do stuff. And when I was moving, I had $137, I think I had in there. It did take a while to get that much, but when I knew I was moving, I actually went in there, I was doing more surveys to build it up, getting in to build it up. And because hired the car insurance was a bit under $100, so I withdrew $100 of that dollars I earned there, and that went towards insurance. So I didn't really have to pay for insurance because I'd earned that money. So I just had to pay the car hire. It was a nice little car, and it was really weird because the indicator was on the left-hand side. Well, usually it's on the right, which was getting used to. The right one was the wiper. I had to get, and finding the washers and finding the, I didn't need the lights because I didn't go out at night. And so I don't like going out at night because I like being home. I like being home, watching my TV, binge watching my shows. There's one thing, I think I've never mentioned this in the past, but I actually read my meter. I've always read my meter each week and that. Coming here, the meters are great because they're just outside my door. So I just got to go around the corner. I can go out without getting wet, without annoying anybody else. So I read that. I don't have to sneak around to do it. And I thought, oh my goodness, the meter was an old one. I mean, this is old. I'm still learning how to read it. It's actually like a clock face. So you've only got, there's five things going across it, right? Like it's only got the one hand and they move around, and you got to know how to read it. And I was thinking, because I'm also supposed to have control load. Control load is for our hot water. I know I've got a hot water system, humongous hot water system, but I couldn't see a separate meter for my hot water system. And I thought, where the hell is this? The landlord come here, I think it was a Tuesday or Wednesday after I moved in, doing some repairs and maintenance and that. I said to him, which one is, where's my meter? And he pointed to this one. I thought, I knew it was mine. It was this old-fashioned one. And I thought, okay, if that's just one thing, got a tickle. Where is the one for my control load? So I do whatever else I do when I want some help about anything. I nick onto welfare forums. I went on there. I said, I've got control load 2. I do not have a meter for it. I've got an old clock face meter. One guy said it's probably integrated into the 1 meter. Another guy said, no, it's not. I said, another guy, this one guy thought I must have been stupid. He said, that is not your meter. You gave your company the wrong meter. I said, it is my meter. My landlord told me it was my meter. I did not give my provider the number. They gave me the number, and I knew it was my meter because the landlord told me it was my meter. I don't know how long this was going on, maybe a couple of weeks. No, about a week, a bit over a week it was going on. Then it was last week, I think it was last Thursday, Friday, a week ago, that I went out and had a look. I noticed on the wall there was a silver tin thing. I didn't take much notice of it, you know. So I thought, I wonder what is there. I thought, I tried that before, it wouldn't open. So I thought, this day, no, I'm going to open it. So I go and pull it up. Lo and behold, there is my hot water meter in behind this little tin box. When I do a tour of the house, I will show you. And I have got this massive hot water system. It's 250 litres of a hot water system. Why it is so big, I have no idea. I thought maybe the hot water system is for all the units. But I rang the real estate here and inquired, and everyone has got their own. I thought, okay. One day I went out, I looked around trying to find the other ones, because there's 4 units, trying to find the other units. I could not find their hot water system unless it's underneath. So I think I have got the best unit. One, because I won't say too much because I want to show you to it. It's lighter, although when I'm watching in the lounge room, I've got to have the light on because it is a bit dark, but that's okay. I wouldn't have worried about it, but then Archie's in the lounge room, and I don't like him thinking it's still nighttime. And I've got my own laundry and everything's on the one level. Bathroom got the loo, shower. Well, I'll tell you now. My first night here, they said they're not having a shower. Okay, the shower is over the bathtub. I'm lucky I've got a mat that I put in the shower so that I don't go head over heels. So that is the worst thing. You're having a shower and you slip, or you're in the bath and you're trying to get out and you slip. So I've got this thing I used when I was in Coffs. You don't slip, and it is the best thing ever. So I got a lift over to get in the bath, and getting out, I almost fell over because the bath itself, the bottom of the bath is higher than the floor. So you got to step down to get out. I nearly went over. If I I don't know what condition I would have been in. I think I would have bruised, and it was shocking. One thing I noticed too, after I had a shower, turning the tap off was really hard. Even when it was turned off hard, it was still leaking. So that's one thing I had to get fixed up. So I had to email the real estate about that. And because what I did for the floor for getting out, I went to had to go to the reject shop for something, and I seen this there. It's a board, and you put it. It's like, I think for the bath, shower, whatever, you step out on. So I thought, this is what I want. It didn't have when I got the checkout, I said, mate, is this free? It hasn't got a price on it, so I get it for free. He said, no. He said, it's $9. I said, I need it. I told him what happened. I said, I nearly fell out. I mean, that I don't know how damaged I would have been if I actually had fell out. Although the bathroom itself is pretty big. And it's bigger than what I had down in Coffs. This whole place is bigger. Oh my God. I'm going to have to, measure my lounge room to see how here it is big. I know my lounge room here is, I think it was 16.5 feet, I think it was. Yeah, and it's massive. I mean, it's massive. You will see it. And I had, when I came in on the Friday, I was told the NBN's on here. No, NBN is our internet, National Broadband Network. And I come in, I searched, I looked around, I was looking for, because I knew it had the NBN connected here. I knew it was here. The real estate told me it was here. NBN website told me it's here. I looked at it, I could not find it. And while I was here, I rang my provider, because I was looking for this, in Coffs we had this grey box, you know, grey box. And so I rang my provider saying, I'm in my unit, but I cannot find the NBN box for the NBN, the internet. I said, I've searched and I've searched, there's nowhere. I looked in cupboards, I've looked everywhere, I could not find it. It was one day, what day was it? I think it was a Sunday. It's Sunday when I'd come back to unload stuff. The neighbours next door, they were there. And I thought, I'll go and ask them. So I went and asked them, I said, internet. I said, do you have NBN? I said, yes. I said, what do you use? Found out that Grafton does not actually have the NBN, as in they do not have NBN connected as we had in Coffs. Because when I was here Friday, I went out, I could not see anything outside that showed you that the NBN was connected. But what I was told by these people next door is that the NBN here actually goes through the phone line. I said, oh, and what you do, you get a little white box, and that is how they get the NBN. Great, that's good. So I rang my provider back on Monday, and I explained, he said that I know that NBN were coming out, I think the Tuesday they were coming, and they were going to fix it up. And it's funny, I've got two doors now. I've got a side door and a front door. And I heard a knock. I thought, where's the knock from? The NBN guy, he was here. He was early. He was in the morning. He was early. It was Tuesday because the landlord, the same day the landlord come to do some maintenance here. And he come in, he fixed it all up. He said, you got a lead? I said, yeah, got a lead. I need to get an extension lead to go from the power point on one side of the room to go to the other side for the NBN thing, you know, for power. And I measured the room, okay. I got a 20-metre extension lead. The room it should have been a 20-foot extension lead. So this extension lead is probably about 3 times, I don't know, longer than it should be. Eventually I will get a shorter one. I think because, when did I get this? I think it would have been the Sunday, I think it was, when I realised I had to get an extension lead, because I got it while I still had the car. I went to Bunnings and got it. I measured it and it was come to about 16.5 feet. I worked it out. I said, when I went, I got a 20-metre. And the NBN guy said, well, this is not too short. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. Maybe once I get the other cord, the shorter one, I will actually sell it and get a bit of money back on it. Oh, the one thing I haven't told you, because I had Archie, I took the cage. He said, "You want?" When the delivery guys come, said, "You want to take this?" Because I had to buy a small cage for Archie to travel in, because he couldn't go in the big cage in the back of the truck. He would be scared, sugarless. He said, "No, I don't think you better take that one because he might get a bit scared." So I got him when I was going, put him on the front seat. For the guy, I realised, didn't put the seatbelt on him, so I had to stop and put the seatbelt on. The real estate lady came running, everything okay? I said, yeah, everything's okay. I just had to put the seatbelt on Archie so he wouldn't fly. So we were travelling up, and I just remember something else I just tuned myself. And he was having the time of his life, you know? He was on top of his swing. He was having a look around half the way, on the way, because it's about almost an hour. It's not as long as it used to be, but it's just under an hour to get to Grafton from Coffs. And he was there looking around, you know, talking and everything, looking around. And about halfway, he said, I've had enough. They went down. He had the best time, you know. He has seen outside, but not as much as he has seen. Going back to something else I was saying, because when I was coming up on the Friday, when I actually had to come and sign the lease, I said the real estate rang. Okay, it's okay, no worries. Then the, I don't know when it was, maybe 15, 20 minutes later, the phone rang again. It was Jake, the old landlord. And he said he was getting stressed out. I said, I'm excited. He said, what? I said, I'm excited. It was like another adventure. You know, my anxiety wasn't there. I was just feeling amazed. I just felt really good. Even though I didn't really want to leave Coffs but you know what? It's something that had to happen. And in saying that, I have been feeling the best that I have in a long time. And I am putting that down maybe because my unit where I was living was only small. I was happy with it. I thought this is where I was going to be. That was it. Because the landlord said, when the new landlord took over and brought the unit, he said I could be there as long as I want to. But the problem was we had to get not as long as I wanted. But it happened for a reason. Maybe something is going to happen, Grafton. Yes, something happened. I got a grandma pie last week. I went to the markets last week and they weren't very good markets. And I got a grandma pie. Oh, num nums, num nums. I love the grandma pie, but I think she uses store-bought pastry. I'm not saying that, but it just looks that way. Mum's pastry was dinner. Mum had the most beautiful pastry. I make the second most beautiful pastry. I have made pastry once just after I moved to Coffs. I was living in a cabin in the clog barn. I had a stove. I thought, I'm going to try pastry. So I did. And I made an apple pie. I used tin apples because I tried shit apples, but oh my goodness. I've got a gas stove here. I haven't used it yet, but I want to use it because sometimes I feel like I want to make something. But at the moment, I have been feeling so good that I feel I'm in the right frame of mind to lose some weight. And I think to lose weight, you have to be in the right frame of mind and want to lose weight. I watch the videos on here, what they call the 100-pound sisters. Where there's one girl, she is over 600 pounds. And for me, it's like she says she wants to lose weight, but to me, I don't think she really does. She ended up in hospital not long ago, or maybe not, I don't know when it was, because and she had lost over 100 pounds just because she was in hospital. I don't think she's in the right frame of mind to actually want to lose weight. And for me, operation is good. If you want to lose weight and you feel this is the only way, but you want to lose it, you go that way. But for me, as I said, got to be in the right frame of mind to do it. And I feel that a couple of weeks back, I was in 1 week, I was weighing myself each week. 1 week, I lost a bit over a kilo. I thought, wow. Then the next week, I actually put on a bit more, I thought, okay. Then I thought, okay, I've got to lose this because I'm doing more walking. I'm drinking more water. Once I give the house tour, I'm ready to do that. You'll see how much walking I'm doing. Just in this, I should actually get a step thing. But I do a lot of walking in here, more than I did, because for my bedroom's there, and the loo is over the other side. Look at my flaps. So at night time, it's a long way to the toilet. I am loving it here. As I said, I am feeling the best I have in a long time. I've been counting my calories. It's been hard counting calories last week because I've been having grandma pie. Lamingtons are easy because I just search. I use my Fitness Pal to control my calories, and I just searched through them. I thought, got a lamington, okay, I go for Brumby's lamington, and I weigh it, see what I've got, and I just go by that. But grandma pie is a bit, and the one thing about these grandma pies, because she makes the round ones, and they've got so much grandma in them, you know, not as good as mum's. Nothing is as good as mum's, but I love grandma. I have it with ice cream. I've still got today's Lamington Day. Tomorrow, I might have Monday. Might leave to Monday. No, Lamington's today, then Monday, then Tuesday will be French pastry day. I might, if I get a pie, I'll have to sit there. As I said, I'll just see how things go. I might. Because one thing I've noticed since I moved here, as I said, with my anxiety and everything, is my bowels aren't like they used to. I was always having a problem with my bowels. I didn't know. I get the runs. I didn't know what it was. I don't know. I know I have actually got here. I get bloated. And I thought maybe because I'm drinking too much of this Waterford sparkling water. Maybe I drink too much of that, so I slowed down on that, and I was drinking a lot more water. Maybe that slowed down. I still get a bit of wind, and I still sometimes feel bloated. And I don't feel bloated at the moment, not bloated. I know, even though when I weighed myself on Monday, I had lost 800 grams. I don't know how many that is in pound. 250 grams is that a pound? I have no idea. Is it half a pound? I have no idea. And I felt sure I would have lost more, because I could feel that I had lost weight in the top part. Was it Saturday or Friday? I need to get some more budgie seed, and this is something else brought me up that I wanted to talk about. One thing that I take with a grain of salt now is if people say they want to do something for me, or I'll get you this, whatever, I'll help you, I take it with a grain of salt. If it happens, it happens. Like when I moved in here, the guy in the come on and talk, and that you knew I had, you seen the cane, you got a budgie. I said, yeah, you're talking to budgie and everything. He said, I'll get you some budgie seed. Really? He said, yeah, I'll get you 2 kilos, and he works at this place. I said, okay. No, I think what happened was, the first week when I went to put the garbage in the garbage bin, we have wheelie bins here, big tall wheelie bins. I think America had the same thing. When I went to put my garbage in, I opened it up and said, oh, it was absolutely putrid. It was so disgusting. It was shocking. I could not believe how they could let it get so filthy. So this means I had to wash it, clean it out. And I went on to Facebook and said, I know in Coffs we had actually had a bin cleaner who would come around and clean your bins. So I went on to Facebook and said, is there a bin clean in Coffs Harbour? I said, I've got a bin, moved in, absolutely putrid. They said, no, I don't have one. So that's it. So I got me washing detergent, got me, lucky I had a hose because I have a hose here, but it wasn't working. It's broken and everything. So poured a lot of washing detergent in it, used nearly what I had left. Got the hose and got a broom I use, and I cleaned it out. And the next door neighbours were coming past. I said, this bin is absolutely putrid. She said, really? It seemed that they actually lived in here. I wasn't quite sure if they moved out of here into here before me. I wasn't quite sure, but I feel like they were in here before me. I don't know why they moved in here, but I'm glad they did because I'm in here. And they said they used to get flies, there used to be maggots. They said the lid's cracked. I said, why didn't they change it? And I thought it was disgusting, absolutely disgusting. And I was in my 90, cleaning this, as I still walk outside in my 90. And I cleaned it out, and it was, at least it got a bit better. Maybe I should have boiled a jug and help. Maybe I might do another good clean. Look around for something that will give it a good clean out. And the cracked lid, the girls, ones on Facebook said, ring this number, get a new lid. I said, thank you. So I rang up the garbage people. I said, I need a new lid, it's cracked. So they changed it last week. When they did the garbage run, they gave me a new lid. So these people lived in here. I tell you, things that were here that were like the shower tap. It wasn't dripping. It was just about running, and they didn't seem to get it fixed. When I emailed the real estate and told them, they said, okay. It wasn't until I said this tap needs fixing ASAP that they got back to me. Because the landlord had already changed it, put a new washer in it. But that didn't fix it. So they got a plumber out. And the plumber, soon he looked at what was going, he said, I know what the problem is. He fixed it. Then was it it was one night, one afternoon, I went to the toilet, which is in the bathroom, and I heard this dripping sound. I thought, oh no, don't say a tap is dripping again. I went over, had a look. No, what it was, it was dripping from above me, because I've got a unit above me. It was dripping from up there. I thought, what? Lucky it was that early. I rang the real estate. I said, the roof is leaking over the shower. It's coming through from upstairs. I said, I would have went up and told him, but I said, there's too many stairs to go up. Way too many. She said, okay, we'll get on the landlord and everything. And what happened next? I said, okay. So the landlord came out and had a look. He said he knew. And I only seen it the once, because it was just that once. What it was, when they were having a shower, it would leak. So he realised what it was. Sometimes they can be a bit dense with things. He said, I haven't seen it. It hasn't made sense. He said, it probably has, but it probably, wasn't in there. Just lucky that it was actually over the shower. And this would have, because I did notice before this that the ceiling looked like there was something going on up there, you know. So this would have been going on, would have been when they were in here. And they didn't think to get anyone to come look at the tap, because he complained to me about how the tap was running and never got fixed. Oh my goodness. If nothing's getting fixed, you actually keep at them. Look like the tap when it come the second time. They actually, as I said, they sent the plumber out, all fixed. I hate turning a tap off really tight. And you get me turn it off. I know when I was with my ex in Mooloolaba, he would get you go, he would turn it off straight away. No, you turn it off until it stops. If it drips again, you just turn a little bit more, and that stops it. What other baby have we got here? Garfield's out on the they're all over there. Now we've got Joy and May. Who's that? Oh, that's Adam. There's Poppy. Jane. Jane is the other one done. I realise Jane is my other done by Margaret. So there's Jane, which she is the Anna kit, and there's Aggie. She is the Cecilia kit, and there's Lottie. She is the Agnes kit. There's another one. Oh, Lee. She is the Lulu kit. So I got about 4 from her. The Lulu kit is a kit of Molly from Stephanie's channel. Who will I get? I'll get this little one. Oh, this little one. This is Mary. When I got her, I was told the kit name was, oh, I can't remember what the kit name was. But I even got a COA with it, but it wasn't the COA for this kit. But this is not, I forget what the name kit was. Is it good on your neck? But nothing. Oh, there is something, but I can't remember. Speaking of which, drink. Because I'm on YouTube, no, of course, yeah. Instagram. I actually had posted some photos there. Hang on a minute. The other day I had a pop-up because I followed Jackie because I'm still waiting on the baby from over there. And the video come up and she was pissed, and I don't blame her for being so pissed. She was pissed. People accused her of actually buying fake kits. But what they did buy this kit because I can't remember, because I think it was a fake kit or something, and because they seen they had this kit, they think, oh, they only buy fake kits, they don't buy authentic kits, which is not true. Jackie and Stephanie only buy the real deal kits. My Reborns here are all the real deal kits. My Max Reborn I had, here's the one I sold. One lady wanted to know, she was scared to buy him in case he was not a real kit. I said, he is the real kit. He is definitely a real authentic kit, even though I didn't have a COA. Most of my babies don't have COAs. But that's okay because I actually have some. I've got one for Lottie somewhere around here somewhere. I don't know what I'm going to get. I have a great landlord here. I'm loving it here. I think because when he was here last time, I said I hate when something goes wrong in the place because then I've got to get, because I like he replaced the toilet system, you know, the back thing on the wall, and he got a new toilet seat. But when he come and did the toilet, he realised the hole on the wall was bigger than the screw that goes into it to attach it to the wall. So he was going to come back. He took my number, he was going to ring to come back, and he hadn't come. I thought, what's going on? So I emailed the real estate because the hole was when he was going to come to fix it. They said, what's wrong with the toilet? So I explained and blame. So it's still no, in the end they didn't reply. Then I actually emailed again what's going on. Came back saying, oh, he didn't forget, he's been busy. Okay, thank you. So when he came around, he was in the area, so he come around, which I don't mind. When things have got to be done, which I know things need doing, I don't mind if the landlord just turns up. It doesn't worry me because I know things need to be done. Although they're supposed to give you so much notice. But for me, things got to be done. You're in the area, you call in, I'm here. That's okay by me. You come in, he fixed the toilet, and that's when he looked at the shower. So he does him and his wife own this whole building. I would tell you, I'm trying to find out about this building. I know one night I was laying in bed, and I was just thinking how lucky I am to have this place. How lucky I am that I actually got it without viewing it. Because usually they want you to view it. And because I couldn't get here, it was really, maybe it was, I know when the girl finally rang me to tell me that I'd accepted, even though I knew it was mine, they said there's a bath, it's a shower's over the bath, that's okay, you know. But when the bath higher than the floor, that's when, but I've got that fixed up. I just take it easy getting out and getting in and everything else. Although I'm 64, what are we? February, March, April, May, June, July, August, 7 months, less than 7, I'll be 65. I've got to think of something I can do for my 65th birthday. Oh, the worst thing that really happened is that when I thought I was actually might have to move to Grafton, I was speaking to the manager down at Waratah, thinking that looks like I could be leaving Coffs, because I can't get a unit here in Coffs. She said, make sure you listen, I will let you know. When I did get it, I let Kim know at Waratah that, and because of the restrictions where with because of COVID, I couldn't actually go in to actually say goodbye to the staff and to the clients. I was there 7.5 years and I couldn't get to go say goodbye. I did tell Kim to, when they put the newsletter in, to actually announce it, saying that I have left. And when I read what she had wrote, I just cried. You know, I felt so accepted there. I felt so, it was like, I don't know. I know it's like in the past, I don't feel like I'm doing much, but in the end, I could be sitting down beside a client and just talking, or helping with bingo, or just keeping an eye on what's going on, or doing something, and that's all it is. And there is no respite cottage here in Grafton, but even saying that, there is a local nursing home I spoke to. They said they don't have volunteers at the moment because of COVID. Waratah don't have volunteers, even though they've actually opened for a very few amount of clients in the cottage, in there at the respite centre. No volunteers because they don't need them. So I'm still trying to get hold of Centrelink because I've got to make an appointment to do this. But to do volunteering here in Grafton, I have to go through a volunteer office place, so I've got to get that fixed up. And they do all the paperwork, and they would take me to where I want to volunteer. Volunteering in a nursing home would be different. It'd be completely different, because at Waratah I'm there all day. As I said, at Waratah you're there, you help with morning tea, you help at morning activities, and you help with lunch, then you help with afternoon activities, and that's it. I'm there from say 8:30 to 4, or with the other thing it was only like 8:30 to 2:15 when we're at Masonic Hall. It's just different hours, but I only can do what I can do. But I did ring up my network provider who I see about jobs, and I rang them up when I moved here. They said that I'm still exempt from looking for work. I know when I caught my first taxi from the shopping centre home, we were talking, and she loves her job. I said, well, I used to drive in Coffs. She said, really? So I used to drive in Coffs. I explained there that what happened when I left. She'd really said, if you want to get back into it, they need more drivers. And I thought, nah. I know, because it'd be early mornings, and you don't know. They said it's so much easier here because everything roads are straight, you know. But the worst thing, what's the worst thing about Grafton? There's no taxi rank at the shopping centre. No taxi rank. So every time I want to catch a cab from the shopping centre, I got to ring them. And also, but if I didn't, mainly catch a cab because I've got cold stuff. Usually I've got ice cream, or I've got cheese, or I've got some meat or something, which every fortnight is when I do my really big shop, is where, like when I stock up on my milk. I buy long life milk, so I usually get about 4. I don't drink Milo anymore. I used to drink Milo, but I don't drink anymore because I noticed that can affect my bowels. So I said, no, I haven't missed it. So I don't drink as much milk as before. Mainly the milk I have is on my cereal, my Olympics, and in my tea. And I stock up milk. I've got to try the oven out. What I bought the other day, something I haven't had in a long time, is chicken noodle soup. We get it in a sachet, and you have 4 cups of hot water, and you just cook it, and oh, I got some. What's tonight? Saturday. What am I having for tea tonight? I don't know. Yesterday I got some nanis, and I had a nani sandwich yesterday for lunch. No, Thursday a nana sandwich. So I had very little calories, nana sandwiches. So how long are we going for? I think we've been going for a while. It's getting on to 1 o'clock. As I said, hasn't she got a cute face? Hasn't she got a cute face? She's so cute, aren't you? I know when I catch the train up from Coffs, it cost me $10 because I actually get 2 return trips a year. Of course, I now have a pension card. I get 2 free trips a year, return trips. So I only cost me $10 because I went first class because I wanted more legroom. And I thought it was really good. There was, in the carriage I was in, there maybe about 4. It was really weird because I got in and Thomas said, okay. Then I went to my seat and this lady was there. She had a bag. I said, this is my seat. And the conductor didn't sit anywhere. Of course, there was no one on it. I don't know why. And this lady is in there. She was going all the way to Brisbane, poor thing. But she was only going as far as Casino, then she was catching a bus from Casino to Brisbane. I thought, you poor thing, even worse. No way will I catch a bus. Yeah, so Archie is really talking. The other week, when was it? Maybe a couple of weeks. I've been here about a month, maybe 2, maybe 3, I don't know. I wanted him to make a farting noise and go, excuse me. So I would go, excuse me, try and make a noise and excuse me. Not long, he started saying, excuse me. It was excuse me. And I would say, what you do? Then yesterday, or was it this morning? Yesterday I was walking around and all of a sudden he made this noise and he said, excuse me. It was like he farted, then he said, excuse me. I just burst out laughing. I thought that was so funny. I didn't think I was actually going to make that noise, but he made a noise and said, excuse me. I mean, it was so funny. Oh, I said, do a lot of walking. It's 20 minutes to the shops. When I go and get his bird seed, it's 15 minutes there and 15 minutes back. I thought, and there was nowhere to sit, so it was just walk. And I thought, for that week, I only lost 800 grams. How did that? Why didn't I lose more? Because I was moving more than I ever have. Even as I said, even around this house, I'm moving more. Just going back to my bedroom and in the kitchen, I will show you. When I do the house tour, I will show you what I mean about the kitchen. But I don't know what I'm going to do, but this place out here, side the door here, that is the area for the dining table. But I don't know what I'm going to do there yet. I had to buy a cupboard because I wanted somewhere to put my towels. I didn't want to put them in the wardrobe. I had got a cupboard I've had for a long time, but I wanted something different. I didn't want that. That's used for something else. So I went online, I got something off eBay, it arrived. Then I thought, it's not as wide as I thought. It's high and not as wide. I thought, okay, I started to put it together. I read the instructions. Needs 2 people to do this. 2 people is only me. I've been doing a bit and doing a bit. Then it said I needed my hammer. Needed a hammer and a screwdriver. I said, okay. I only could go so far until I thought, I can't find my hammer. Might have to buy another one. Luckily, I found my hammer. So it's finished, all except I've got to put the doors on it and some of the shelves have got to go in. On my last night, I was up to putting the back part on, having that on, and I was doing something else, and it split apart, because there's 2 parts to it, above part and bottom part, and it split. I thought, my goodness, what happened? Ah! So I had to fix it up and did it. That's okay. I think I will put the one side, put it where I want it. Then I'll put the shelves in it, because it's heavy. It's bloody heavy, isn't it? Yeah. How would you? This one is a real. I've probably got on my lips. I know it's got something on the back here. It has got something. Don't know what it is. The worst thing about changing towns, finding a doctor. I went and got my script the other day, scripts filled, and I'm out of my antidepressant ones, so I've got to get a doctor within the next few weeks. I went and had my booster for the COVID, and I actually had a reaction to this. I mean, it wasn't a bad reaction, but it was. It made me tired. I had I could feel I had a slight fever. I had it on the Friday, I think it was. Yeah, I had it on the Friday. That night, I think I was in bed at 7 o'clock. I was tired. And I think next day or so, I think it was, had a very, very slight temperature. And the sore arm. But otherwise, no worries. I couldn't get a booster. I couldn't get it before I left Coffs. Everyone was booked out. And when I got here, when I settled, I actually went online and searched. And I thought, oh, the chemist here in the shopping centre had them. So I had to get my scripts, so I did them all there. That bruise is actually annoying. When I move my arm, I see it. I don't know what I did with that. Do you know Mary? Isn't she a cutie? Isn't she a cutie? Yeah. So I think I might go. This has been going for an hour. As I said, same with it, but no one to talk to. There is someone message back and forth on Facebook. She said we're going to go out for lunch one day. I thought, okay, I'll just see what happens. That is with me now, because of, in the past people say, oh, we're going to do this, or I'll do this, we'll do this, and it's never happened. It's get to the stage where if it happens, it happens. I don't expect it to happen, you know, and that is sad when it's even bad when people say they're going to do something and they don't do it. I mean, it is. I know Dad did it. I know Dad did it once when I was, before I had my hysterectomy. He said he was going to come. His mum was going to come down for a couple of days. That's the last I heard of it. I know when I was with my ex, he said, "Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do that." Nothing became of it. And yeah, you know, it's amazing how life goes. No, one thing, I don't miss anyone, because no one has really, how do I say this? No one's made, I can't explain it, just that I don't miss anyone. I think it was the Sunday when I went back to Coffs. The girl I sometimes talk to, who also used to volunteer at Warrington, I seen her walking along Park Beach Road. So I pulled into the shopping centre and waited for her. And I was telling her how, you know, I was moving to Grafton. She said, "How'd you get here?" I said, "I drove." I said, "You drive?" I said, "Yeah, I drive. I hired a car." She said, "Really?" I know, the car was 500, moving. Yeah. Okay, what was I going to... As I said, we were texting the other day about stuff, and she said she misses seeing me because we only see each other in the street and that. And I just thought, as I said, I don't miss anyone. There is no one I miss. Actually, I miss Tigger. I will always miss Tigger. He was the only person, or person, animal, whatever, who was there to support me for anything. And his photo was the first thing I put up on my fridge here. It's there. And I miss Tigger. As I said, I'm coming up 65 in September. Who knows how much longer I've got on this earth. I would like to know what it feels like to miss someone. Actually, there was someone, Sarge. He was the only person ever to show me any respect. I'm going through people from the past, everyone, family, anyone, you know, who showed me respect. But then he showed everyone the same respect. But when someone doesn't show you respect, and family, whatever, especially the exes, they never showed me any respect at all. And you get this one person who did. It is, you know that is what I want. I would like to meet someone, but then I'm scared of what I've been through. I know I should forget that. Maybe once I get into it. Then I think about the woman I met, it must be about 3 years ago now, and how things were with her. And I thought, no, it's just like, I think about what she did once, and it was like, I was just another woman to her. No, we didn't go in the full sex. We didn't get to that. But still, the way things she was saying and that, it feels like to me I was just a woman to her. It wasn't me, sincerely. It was just I was a woman. And that hurt. When I think about that, how much that hurt. Because I want someone to be with me because I'm me. Not because because I'm a woman, yeah, but not because they want someone to get to know me. And so I don't know what's going to happen. That's the only thing missing in my life at the moment is I can't say to anyone that I love them because I don't know what it is. I thought I did with my ex. I thought she loved me. But in retrospect, she didn't. If she did, she wouldn't have done what she did. You know, it is hard. As I said, I'm on Instagram, and this guy started following me. And I looked at his profile and said, no. He was in the army. Girls, if you're out there looking, you're on the website looking for anyone, keep away from guys in the army. Unless you meet them in person. Because if they're online, oh, I'm over somewhere doing something else, you know, blah, blah, blah. Been through all that. You know, you've got to be careful of the scammers out there. The scammers are everywhere. You know, you hear about women get taken in by these people. I know when I was still with Jim up north, we were broken up. And there's no way we're getting back together. So he wanted a woman. So, okay, I made a profile for him, and the woman contacted him. And she I don't know where she, can't remember where she, but she was somewhere, and she needed money to, she was in love with Jim. And she wanted to come here, but she needed money. Oh, Jim, she's scamming you. No, he's not. No, she's not scamming. I said, she is scamming you. She wants money to come here. She won't turn up. How do you know? I said, it just is. And this bird who was contacting him, because I had to do it all because he didn't know anything about computers. And this bird said I was jealous. I thought, oh my God, because it is, I mean, it's hard. Hard to find anyone. And at the moment, it's just hard. But I'm living my life. I'm doing what I do. We've got wet weather. We actually got floods here at the moment. I'm in my own little cocoon here. I don't watch the news. I don't know nothing. Oh, we've got a flood. Wait. My place won't flood because I'm up high, which is good. Because I got a bit of, not much of a view, but I'm not looking straight at place. And it's a nice little area because, as I said, I'm in a block of units. And there's all the other places around are houses. So it's like I'm in a new environment. When I told the landlord how I love the feel of Grafton, he said, yes, it's a country. It is, because when I went to the cemetery, I was just sitting there looking around, and there was fields. Actually, when I walked there, I walked past a couple of horses in a horse paddock, and it just, that, I mean, it was a good walk. I was in that cemetery for 2 hours, walking around. I did not believe it was 2 hours. So I should go and get this up, and must be, oh yeah, it's just after 1 o'clock. I don't know when I'm doing another video. I'm just going to do it as I take. And oh yeah, something Jackie said is that because of COVID, they're not allowing parcels out of America. What? It's weird, you know. And the one thing I think is rude is if you message someone, you text someone or whatever, at least have the decency to actually make the sender know that you actually have received that message. Because when I messaged, then I seen on her, I seen somewhere, I don't know where I've seen it now. It was on, I think it was on Instagram. I don't comment on her Instagram page at all. I messaged her, and when I heard that 2 of the lawsuits have been chucked out, that they're going through, the defamation one chucked out, and I sent her a message congratulating her on what is happening. I hope the 3rd one gets chucked out too. No reply. I was going to actually send another message the other day, but I thought, what's the sense of it when she doesn't even acknowledge? So rude, as Michelle would say. So rude, isn't it? So I'm just going to wait and see. I know the last thing, I don't know when it was, she said that she'd actually would be started. She had to do a lot of paperwork, send more paperwork. Jackie, I don't know. She sounds like she has I know she has a brain, but educated and sending off for court stuff and all of this. And that's why it's taken so long for different things. And she said she'd send off the last lot of call face, and soon she'll be getting on doing baby's hair. And so when actually would be nice if I have it before my birthday. It would be. What's today? Today's the 26th of February. I think we've only got 28 days this year, haven't we? Yeah. 28 days, so it's not a leap year. And got less than 7 months. February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, less than 7 months. Just over 7 months. Just over March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Just over 6 months. Well, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Archie's coming up 8 months on the 8th of March. Yeah. So I think I will go. We'll all say goodbye. And we will see you in my next video. Not quite sure when that is. Maybe I'll do another chat next week. I don't know. Don't know. I've still got to unpack the baby's clothes. I've still got to sort out where I'm going to put them. As I said, I don't want to nick into my big too much into it, because I got help with paying bond, and I got an advance on Centrelink. Once I pay off Centrelink, pay that back, I will actually look into something. So I might do some more videos. I might do a tour of the house and not show this room. I might do that. I'll sit the babies all around the house, make my bed. I might do that. When I do that, I will figure that out. So everybody, thank you for watching. I've got to get back into watching videos. It's just getting into it. Now, I do it all through my TV. Sometimes I can't get bothered putting it on the computer. I just flick it on go through YouTube on TV and do it that way. So everybody will say, Mary will say goodbye. She's got a bracelet. Isn't it a cute bracelet? Didn't know you had a bracelet. Is that your bracelet? It must be. It fits. Yeah. Leo says goodbye. Lottie says goodbye, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye.